Today, I'd like to speak to you about some of the key takeaways for investors navigating the markets in an election year. I'm going to touch on a few, I guess, five brief points to consider, as a lot of these questions have risen over the last few months. So, the first one is historically, US markets have generally risen in an election year. So, since 1950, US stocks have averaged returns of 9.1% in election years. Number two, down ballot races may be highly consequential. Now, headlines will typically focus on the top of the ballot. For example, who's running for president, Democrat versus Republican. But probably, I would say equally important are the congressional races where the House of Senate is up for grabs. Those down ballot races will help determine whether the next 2 years will be spent divided or undivided government and will impact how much the party in power may be able to achieve or execute on its agenda. Number three, betting on specific policy or sector impacts can be highly risky. While it's possible to anticipate the potential policy impacts at a high level, the reality is that at no stage can anyone predict which sectors, industries, or stocks may benefit from the next administration policies. Number four, markets are non-partisan. Although certain myths sometimes suggest that one party is better than the other for market returns, historical data does not bear these theories. It tells us otherwise. And so, with this in mind, it's important to not base your investment strategy on the outcomes of the election. Now, five, very important, investors should focus on fundamentals and stick with their plans. The election cycle is likely going to continue to bring more surprising headlines along with emotional ups and downs. It can be tempting to put your money where your convictions are, whether you feel optimistic or pessimistic about the election's outcomes. Historically, however, financial markets have largely been unbothered by presidential elections, and trying to adjust your investment strategy in the hopes of capitalizing on post-election swings can really backfire on you. In short, rather than trying to predict near-term political or market cycles, you'd be much better off sticking to your long-term plan, which was customized for you to suit your individual needs, goals, and risk tolerance. That's all for now. Thanks for taking the few minutes to listen. If you'd like to discuss any of these points a bit further, I'd be more than happy to do that on a one-on-one basis. Have a good day.